on a Jupiter. Happy Thirsty Thursday, everyone. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I'm your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, and messenger of God. What's up, everyone? Good morning. The earth says hello. What's going down? I typically say to keep up with me, you're going to have to catch my community page, which I'm sure everything in there is going to lead into this. Everything bleeds into the next teaching. I've had a really good morning. I woke up just empty. Just, ready for, to be refilled. I don't have any needs, any desires, any wants, any leftover thoughts from yesterday, any feelings, anything. It's just, I'm empty. I'm ready. What's new? What's new? That's energy. That's what that means. You don't have any leftover residual was before I went to sleep. Sometimes you wake up in it. I'll just wake up and have all this leftover shit from me. I guess after I said that, I did a lot of processing this morning. I've been doing a lot of processing, period. That's what you do, is you do the works, and then you look at it and you process what worked and what didn't work. I want to start this video by saying you can't run from your destiny. What's meant for you will always find you. And in the sense of there's no good or bad. Some of it's going to feel good, some of it's not going to feel so good. But you can't run from it. And I want to start that, most people are talking about karma, and they want to have you fearful of looking over your shoulder. And it's funny because that's where I kind of was processing some shit, earlier. But, this is where it all came from. It's like I have a closure and this clarity. I never needed a man. I never needed to go live with a man or any of that stuff. Meaning I feel content where I don't need to do this anymore. That part of my life is over, right? And I'm like, I'm cool. In the sense of I release it with love, not with frustration, not with fear, not with anger, not with hatred, not with resentment. Like, I'm giving up because I'm done with it and I'm so over it and I never want to do this again. Which is typically energy, right? You just get so fucking fed up with something, you're done. But you're not really. And that's kind of where it is like you're not done until it's done. This isn't over until you learn your lesson. And that's what was told to me, As soon as I came back, I tried to I did come in contact with my twin flame. I did run again. Physically, not so much. I was in the mode of running physically. But in the middle of it, in the middle of my steps, hey, Sorrow, in the middle of my steps, the Holy Spirit put me right back in front of him. It was like, this isn't over. Okay? So there's the example of you can't run from something bad. But the good thing is like, where I'm at right now, everything that I've done, like, it's going to happen no matter what. I can't stop it. I can't slow it down. These are all, it's just happening no matter what. Something simplistic, right? So the other day we were talking about it, and it's like, all I want to do is get married and have babies. And they're like, you want to have and this is the exact words, you want to have a newborn in your current living situation? When someone says that, they've actually thought about it. They're picturing me with a brand new baby in my current situation. Those words were intense. Like, oh, wear that for a minute. So I was like, no. And then it put God in me. It's like, that could happen, dude. That could happen. That's going to happen. It's going to happen no matter what. You know what I mean? That's the plan, is to have babies. It's like, and you're trying to make sure, like, I don't know. In my particular instance, or I think anyone for that matter, you're trying to make sure that you make everything is right when the time comes. Everything, you're fully prepared, and this is, right. But you look at all the people that ever had children, they weren't prepared, they just were surprised. And then they make the preparations, and they go out, they set out to be the best parents that they can be. Whatever the case may be. But anyways, going back to it, it's like, I ain't fucking around. I'm destined to having sex. That's where they come from. In the sense of, you can't run from it. It could happen the very first time. I'm destined to have kids. This is, you can't run from your destiny, is what I'm saying in that. In the sense of, I could sit here all day and be like, all right, I'm cool. I don't want a husband anymore. Nah, bitch. You're getting one no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. You're getting a husband, a new family, no matter what. You can take a pause and sit in your feelings about it, but the shit is coming whether you want to or not, and that's what we're preparing for. Like, oh my God. In the sense of, and that goes back to it, you had all this time to look for a husband. Bro, I put every fucking crater and rock from the moon. Checking the planets and the stars. And then, all right. And then you come to this conclusion, like, I don't have to do shit, bro. This shit's gonna happen no matter what. Am I prepared for the happening? That's it. You're trying to make it happen, and then you realize that it's gonna happen, and it's like, without you, it's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna come in and love the shit out of me and want to marry me, not because I did anything, but because of who I am. You know what I mean? I didn't have to go out and make someone love me and marry me. So that's where I was. I was like, I was in this completion of it. And where does that mean? Well, if you've been paying attention to my videos, I realized, I had great relationships with them. Good enough, they're great. That's the closure. It's like, it's not wanting more. And that was always the problem. I love our relationship, but I want you to be this guy. I want you to, be my destiny. You are my destiny. We are living in our destiny. But as far as you being the father, and that's what I was talking to Marshall about, is like, all I saw was my own feelings. You know what I mean? You could be this guy. You could be this guy. None of these guys, you know what I mean? I laughed about it. I was like, the fuck was I thinking? Russ is ready to be a father and a husband. Allie's ready to be a father and a husband. You were ready to be a father and a husband? What the fuck? The fuck? And I kept getting mad because you weren't? The fuck? The fuck? That's just where it is. It's like, you realize that there was nothing wrong with anybody but you. You know what I mean? And when you started pushing yourself on people, you started pushing them away. You know what I mean? Like, wanting you to be more meant that I didn't like you the way that you were, which is obvious. You know what I mean? I say that all the time. I don't fucking like you. I love you, but I don't fucking like you. In the sense of, not enough to spend my whole life with you and deal with you all the fucking time. But that's what I realized. It's like, it's not a failure, because it wasn't even a real, I don't know how to explain it. But then I'm just sitting here tense. It's not like, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I got to work on this relationship again today. I ain't got to work on none of my relationships. They're great. They're all fucked up. They're all kinds of fucked up. They're great fucked up relationships that keep me busy all the time. I don't need to dabble in any of these. Then you start thinking about, how about a new one? I don't know, man. I kind of have a lot of relationship problems going on. And it's all of that. You're like, I'm cool. I'm kind of cool. That's where I'd be a lot. I'd be like on the journey, and then I would step the fuck off. I'm like, this is my stop. I shared it in my shorts. Did I share it? I think I did, with the twin flames. I think I shared it in my shorts, or I sent it to a couple of people. I was like, when you're done, I'm out. We've come too far. You can't back out. I'm out, bro. I'm not chasing you no more. I'm done with this bullshit. And that's where I got with all of them. I'm done with you, bro. And they're like, what? You don't like me no more? I fucking love you. I'm just done fucking playing with you, dude. I can't do this anymore. You're taking up too much time and energy. This is obnoxious at this point. And that's kind of where it got. And I told you in my videos, I'm like, I'm done. I'm so sick and tired of your bullshit. Whose? Every single one of them. If I spend too much time in any of their bullshit, it's too much work to do. It's not my work. You know what I mean? Like right now, my twin flame that I'm in union with, he is really struggling right now. He is super. I can feel it. I can hear it. I know what he's going through. And I'm like, I'm not even going to, I can't. I'm going to try to help you help yourself. He doesn't even know what I do. In essence, you're going to have to work through this, bro. I don't know. I mean, watch one of my videos and shit. This is harsh. I'm supposed to be there and, tell you that everything's going to be okay. You got to work through this stuff and start having that mentality yourself, that win-win mentality where you learn that everything is okay, that everything is the end of the world, that, your feelings and shit like that. It's kind of that particular one. Which one? I don't know. If he's in that energy, then they probably all are. Get off me. Get him off me. On a thirsty Thursday. No, I fucking love them. But that's what I said. Is I realized, it was heartbreaking when they said that these are just jobs. You know what I mean? It's like, it is a job. It is so much work to love your asses. It is so much work to fucking love Allie Like, Allie, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, Allie. It is so much work to love Marshall. Marshall, it's going to be okay, bro. It's going to be okay, bro. It is so much work to love all of them. That's why I'm like, do you have it in you to go tell Bobby it's going to be okay? It's going to be okay, bro. Tomorrow will come again. Like, stop living in the shame or regret of yesterday. I don't really know. And that's just it, too. I was looking at something, you know, coming to full closure of it, a full circle around it. It's like, you know, all they were is another person, another version of me that I couldn't deal with. But while dealing with me, I had to learn how to deal, or while dealing with them, I learned how to deal with me. And after I learned how to deal with me, I got to a point where I know how to deal with you, but do I want to? I want to do this. Where's the investment in this? What am I doing? In the sense of, no, I know that, like, I have to heal with you, but in the sense of, do I have to make a husband and a father out of you? Hey, I just want to point out, all this stuttering is because I'm in his energy. I caught it. I don't stutter. I'm in his energy, so then he must, I don't know. Last time I was in his energy, all of my messages would come out with freaking misspellings. So now we're stuttering. Just want to point that out. I don't stutter. I mean, I don't have a problem with anyone that does. It's like, you know, I don't usually typically have a problem getting words out of my mouth. And I can tell that it is hesitant. But again, who else is hesitant to get the words out of their mouth right now? It's just a collective energy that I'm catching in my skin. It's hard to talk right now. Which I don't understand, you guys not knowing how to work the planets. Mercury is right there. Push the button. Lift off. Say your truth. Sorry, I'm a bitch. Jupiter, Venus, you know any of these planets they have? The power is within you. The force is strong within you, Kevin. That was the story. Is what's meant for you is going to find you. You know what I mean? Like, there's no place I can hide from my destiny. Because it's my destiny to be in that place if I'm then that place. There's no getting off of your path. There's no breaching your fucking contract. You think that you're, you know what I mean, you're not supposed to be here and you're supposed to be somewhere else and you should do you're right where you're supposed to. This is exactly where you're supposed to be, and you're supposed to find gratitude in the day that God has given you and the life that He's provided for you. And, you know, the glory of whatever you do have, you know, for today, your daily bread, if you will. That's just what I was thinking about. It was like, I was sitting here, I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, it's like, and I hear this thought, it's like, meaning even if I stop attempting, it's still going to come. You know what I mean? If I stop chasing it, it's going to attract even more. You know what I mean? It's a contract. You can't get out of this. I know, big guy. Did you have a good morning walk? So yeah, I wanted to share that video. Thanks for visiting me. I know, I'm on a live video. Okay, a little scratchies. Little head scratchies. I know. You'll like them. Okay. I love you. Kisses? Oh, thank you. I love you. Big kisses. Go on, big guy. So, yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's like, you know, if you've got lessons to learn, you're going to learn your lessons. If you've got people that are going to come into your life, they're meant to come in your life, they're going to come into your life, bro. You can't run from them. You can't hide from them. When? Who knows? But, you know, if you're always like, you know, one day, well, that day shall come. And you don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? You just keep doing you, and the shit is going to keep just doing what it do. You know? And that's really, I'm seeing R. Kelly. And I'm seeing DMX. Hey, it was DMX's birthday yesterday. I was like, what the fuck is your real name, Earl? Alright, Earl. That's not, no. What the fuck? The fuck? Who did your mom name you after? Who was an Earl in her life? Were you named after your father? Just kidding. Doesn't matter. They just named his skin Earl. That's not Earl to me. I don't know Earl. Anyways, DMX and R. Kelly is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing R. Kelly right now because he's just trapped. He's locked in his closet for fucking 13 minutes. Sorry, the shit that comes out of my mouth, I'd be laughing. No, but DMX was supposed to rot in jail, bro. He wasn't going to get out. And then, poof, be gone. You're going to do some shit right. If I give you another chance, will you get out and just, you know what I mean, do some good shit? If you just give me one more chance, I'll make it good. All right, we'll make it good. And so R. Kelly, he came to me last night again in the middle of our video. He was all, I wish. His higher self connects with me a lot. Do I know the man in the physical form? No, but if you put us in the same room, he'd tell you he knew me his whole life. You know what I mean? There's a voice that he speaks to in his quiet spaces, and I'm that voice, and I hear it. I'm not the only voice. We all hear it. We can hear your prayers. We can hear your thoughts and stuff. In that sense, psychic abilities and bullshit, I guess. Whatever. Going back to it, it's like, you think he's going to die in there, but God has a plan on his life. This was just part of the plan. That goes back to, I'm seeing Tyson. You know what I mean? That was the plan, bro. And Tyson came out and told everyone how grateful he was for God's plan in his life, and that bit of time, that sit down, was what he really needed in his life. And that's what I really needed. You know, God pulled me away and sat me the fuck down. Fucked around and got locked up. But I was outside, but I was locked up. You know what I mean? And that was it. It's like, you know, I will be married and have kids. No matter if I work at it or not, the shit's gonna happen, bro. Because that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But that's the difference, is when you come to the realization that you don't have to, you know, you do what you do and let God do everything else. He's shining on my face right now. The sun just got real hot on my face right now. Good morning, God. As if he wasn't there all day and night. That's another thing. What's God? Are you serious? That's that fucking air in your face. That's that fucking sun on your face. That's that fucking, the thing that makes you have to put your hair behind your fucking ear all the time. He's that scratching your head. He's the one that pulls your socks down when you're walking out of your shoes. He's the one that gives you a wedgie. Doesn't have a form. He's everywhere. We're in a form. Good form. No, you're playing a bad form. Just kidding. That's it. It doesn't matter how much you want it or don't want it. If it's meant to be, it'll be. And there's nothing you can do about it. And people want to use that about your karma. You know, you got this coming. Yeah, I do. I do. I got something better coming too. And it balances all bad karma coming at you. And if you have bad karma, I'm scared to do dipshit. You're like, ugh, I got all this bad life. So does everyone. It's not an issue. Just grab you a tissue and we'll cry about it. Get you a snack. Like, fuck off, dude. That's what we're all doing here, is we're all facing karma. All bad karma, dude. We're all enduring hardships and fucking sin and pain and suffering and neglect and rejection. We're all here under the same blanket of darkness, bro. We just wear it differently. I'm here naked dancing in the shit. Dancing in the moonlight. It really is. We're blanketed in darkness and we find the light in it. But all of us are. Go talk to someone outside of your fucking friend group that's all, you know, fucking friendly, and find out that someone else has got the same struggles as you. No, they're struggling. They want to look like perfect vessels. Now my life is together, and look at my wife, and look at my car, and look at this. Oh God, it's that guy. I can't stand you. You fucking picture perfect fucking. Never mind, I was gonna say something really mean. You picture perfect people, bro. Beautiful people. The beautiful people. Marilyn Manson. That's what you really are. Have you seen that video? That's who you guys are. It's like, nah, bro, I don't want to be like you. You guys look weird. You're like, I can't. I'm fucking stupid. There's something wrong with this fucking reality. Something wrong with you fucking people. The rest of us are going through it. You guys are acting like it ain't shit up going on up there. You're high on fucking Xanax or whatever the fucking nude. You're out there with Kanye huffing. Oh God, I gotta fix Kanye. No God. No God. Does anybody want to take that on? Who signed up for that? I'll get you, Kanye. I'll get you. Oh God. Oh God. He was the first one I came after. I was like, nah, forget it. Fuck him. Fuck him. He's put chemicals in his head. I can't help him. It's just Osiris. I can put him back together. A loser. But anyways, going back to it, yeah, like, fucking done with you. No, you ain't done with them. You could take a break, but we're coming back to this bullshit. I'm taking a pause for the cause today. Cause I don't want to deal with you. That's what I'm saying. That I shared it in a meme. I said it about Russ. It's like when you when you're talking to God, trying to get rid of someone. we need good cause to get rid of him. He's like, because I hate him. Like, oh, I can't stand these people. The beautiful people. That's it, bro. No matter what I do, I'm gonna fuck around and get pregnant and get married, bro. I can't protect myself from it. I can't make it happen any faster. I mean, in the sense of I can, like, try not to have sex. That might help. Coming from me, that's not a problem. There's no challenge in that. There's no challenge to not... Where's the challenge in this? In the sense of, yeah, I'm done. Nah, that's what you think. I didn't turn my buttons on before I know it. I'm going to be fucking riding someone and pregnant. Like, you're going to marry me or I'm going to raise this kid by myself. I'm just saying, you can have the best intentions. But God said... This was like, I ain't fucking with you, bro. I don't give a shit if you had a vasectomy, bro. I don't give a shit. God said I'm going to have a baby. What if I don't know if it's good. I'm scared. Don't touch me. I know what. I'm going to get pregnant if you touch me. In the sense of, it's destined to happen. Like, I'm scared of my destiny. Yeah, I know, right? A newborn. Yeah, that's great. Are you going to change diapers? I mean, is somebody going to help me this time? I gotta do it all again by myself. Just kidding. That's a fucked up reality, right? And that's why you fear it. It's like, I don't want to happen what happened last time. That's why I gave up on children and men. Because it had happened. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this again. It's going to end up like last time. But that's the whole reason you got to do it again, is to change the story. You got to change the story. And that's where it is, too. Is like, my story is not going to end with Bobby, bro. Nor my ex-husband or anything. There's more story to be told. I have too much love to give to not be, you know what I mean, in a happy relationship. I had to learn, I had to go through bad relationships to learn what a good relationship should look like and feel like and how to have one. Only by learning what you know what I mean? How, you know, not having one. And that's it too. It's like, that's what you learn. You become what you weren't, or what wasn't available. You become, you know what I mean, the light that wasn't there in your darkness, you know, and you heal stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I've learned a lot of stuff in this whole journey, and it's that, and that's where it goes back to, I was never ready for a man then, and then I thought, you know, Wolfman being all close and me doing all this, I'm like, I don't think I'm ready, and that's it. It's like, it doesn't matter what I think. God says when I'm ready. God says when we're ready. You know what I mean? He tells us when we're ready. We never ready. You're fucking never ready for anything in life. Scared. But then that push comes, and God pushes you right in front of, you know, adversity, and you've got to, you're ready. They say you're ready. So you go out and you do your best, and you're like, I wasn't ready. You know, and that's where I was, is like, the very thing I wanted was brought to my attention, and I was like, oh, you're right, I don't want that right now. What is wrong with us? I'm ready. I'm ready to be married and have kids. And they're like, you ready? No, I'm not ready. And that's what I mean. I've just been watching myself like, oh man, what a shit show you are. You got lots of work to do. Not today. I don't want to work on no relationships today. I don't want to work on shit. And actually, I know that I'm doing unbelievable healing because it's about 10 o'clock and my kids are still asleep, bro. That's how you can tell. I got full great sleep yesterday. I was fully energized last night. Like, fully. And there was nothing to be done. I came and hung out with my kids. We laughed so hard. We stayed up till 1 o'clock laughing about all kinds of shit. And then in the middle of nothing, oh man, it was so funny, you guys. My kids. They're teenagers, so, you know, if they were smaller, I wouldn't allow such conversations. But my son turns to me. He's like, Are you tired of blowjobs? And I was like, what? And then my daughter was like, just have sex. They were reacting Marshall's fucking video. And they got me out of nowhere with it. I laughed so hard. It was like at midnight. I was like, you guys. We were laughing about all kinds of stuff. It wasn't cold last night. We were all in the car, and he's like, my son's like, I'm gonna have a fucking heat stroke. He didn't say fucking. He's like, I'm gonna have a heat stroke in here. My daughter's like, I couldn't stop laughing with these two. My daughter's like, my chin, what did she said? My chin rolls are touching each other and they're sticky. It wasn't that hot, but we were together and it was warm. We were just laughing. Again, I was fully ready to go do a bunch of work, and I just brought all that energy and played with my kids and got a good night's sleep. I mean, I didn't wake up. I woke up at 4 and then I went back to sleep. And I got up at 8 and I just been chilling, and they're dead to the world, just fucking sleeping. And they don't typically do that. That's a sign of, healing. And I'm cool. I woke up feeling like $1 million, just empty, like, ugh, got all that off of me. It was a lot. It was a whole lot to let that all go. That's it. It's like, that's what it meant about, ending of relationships. It's like, you just kind of, that's what I told Marshall last night. I had to let him go in love. I didn't let him go. I never let him go. I kept holding on to the possibilities. I couldn't let him go, so I just kept running from him and pushing him away. But I never really let him go. I'm hearing that shitty ass song. So you let her go. That's a shitty ass song. So that's what I had to do, is I had to come back only to do it again. It's like, I have to let you go again. Yeah, but you have to do it right this time. You have to let him go. And that's it. It's like I didn't. But I wasn't going to be able to unless I got the compassion and understanding of what was going on. You know what I mean? You can't let them go when there's unfinished business, when you have, there's unsaid words, and there's just all these, you don't have an understanding. You can't close something when you don't understand what it is. You can't just wrap it up and say, I'm done, like I do all the time. And that's where it's like, no, you're not done. And, it was hard, but because I knew I was going to face the same reality, is that you're not going to, but, and that's where it is. It's like, I don't want to do this because it ends up where I'm all alone and I have to, I'm right back where I started. I am, but I'm wiser than I was. And that's what I told Marshall this morning. It's like, I'm so wise, but I become wise with my experiences. I learn. I have to experience it to grow the wisdom to be able to speak on it. But no, I'm ignorant as I'm going through it. I don't know what's happening. I learned the lesson after I've done it, after I've gone through it. Yesterday, this enormous eagle flew right over me, and I just stared at it. It was so slow. I could have got it on camera, but I just didn't grab my phone. I just watched it. Hopefully today I'll catch him for you. It was amazing. Enormous eagle just flew over. But, that's what your path. You want to jump scale and you want to get ahead of yourself, but there's nowhere to go other than just to be where you are. Doing it's going to happen. Because believe it or not, and that's where they always say is where the least fluctuation is where the most movement is happening. You know what I mean? Right here as I sit and I do nothing, everything is starting to come together. In this nothingness of me just sitting here. And I don't... Now I would have already been in the shower. I would have woke up the kids. We would have been getting ready for lunch by now. We would have been up, and I'm still sitting out here in my fucking pajamas, sort of. Not full pajamas, and I'm not racing to see what the day has. I'm just enjoying the day as it is. Once the day starts, I'll be part of it, but I don't need to start the day. Start your engines. How about not? Let's just kind of leave the car off right now. And that's where I'm at. It's like, what are you doing? Nothing. And it feels good. I don't have anything I feel like I have to do. You know what I mean? I'm on schedule to everything, and everything is okay. God doesn't need me. I need me. That's a hard thing to realize, you're not needed. You've done enough. It's a good feeling. But that's that Morgan. It's like, when do we realize that the battle is over? That it's done. We don't have to do any more. We've done everything we can do. Now we just let it, marinate, fermentate. Just let it be what it is. closure. When you realize, when you come to a place of completion, I've done all that I can do, and I feel good about what I've done, and there's nothing else I feel like I need to do. And that's where it is you have these feelings like I should have said something. I need to reach out. I need to, you have this urge to be brave and do more. And it'll always be there, a haunting feeling. If I would have just tried, if I would have just told the truth, if I would have it's never too late to just do those things. You don't want to take them to the grave with you, and that's where it keeps you, you know what I mean? You're incomplete because there's parts of you that are not being expressed that you're holding on to, And that's it. It's like I didn't have any of those conversations with him. It was too difficult to talk about such things. You know what I mean? And I was too afraid of the responses and all of this stuff. But when you just finally do it, it's like you get what you wanted. I didn't get everything. There's lots of stuff that he could tell me that would surprise me, but I got what I needed. I needed more understanding and clarity before I could just, accept what you said is true. And that was where all it is. It's like, I can't accept this. I won't accept this. You have to come to a place of acceptance. And that's where I realized I accept the truth that you can't give me anymore. And you've told me that since the very beginning, but I didn't accept it until I understood it. And I was like, wow. And how did I understand it? Because I can't give you anymore. I want you to give me what I can't give you. And maybe I thought I could in the beginning. I remember that, I had my house and I had everything. It's like, yeah, you could just, move in. You could just, be that guy. You could just play husband in my house instead. Delusional. Forgive me for I was mentally ill. You look back, you're like, fuck, what the fuck was I thinking? And that's where you learn, what were you thinking? And you have compassion and understanding of what the fuck was I thinking? And then, going back to clearing the karma and the shame and shit. I know now why it went so sour. I know what I felt afterwards. I know what happened. You know what I mean? I know why I couldn't deal with those emotions and why I lashed out. Why I ran away, why I did all this stuff. Whereas I didn't know what was happening. And, I don't know. I'm looking at it, it's like, I don't know if anybody else will have to really go back and relive time like I have to. But I literally did. I had to put myself back in my skin and did with him. I had to do what, I had to stand back and let the programming take over and see. And that's why I said, I want to see what happens if I don't hold back. If I just let myself go with you. Let me see how I act. What do I say with you? You won't tell me. I've got to see this for myself. And I had to love myself enough to make a mistake. This could be a big mistake. If you let this out, you're going to, and that's it. I did how I talked to him, how I acted with him. I just watched. I let it happen. I laughed at myself. I cried for myself. I saw it all. And then I understood how I felt with him. You can't tell me how I feel until I'm with you and I see it for myself. What is it about us that and that's where I started to appreciate. I could see myself being a different part of me with this person. And that's look at how you act with him. Look at how you feel with him. Look at what it is with him. Do you need it to be more, or look at how you get to this special relationship that you have? And that's it too, is I wanted it to be more because I didn't appreciate what it was because I didn't even know what it was. Yeah, that is like the 4th time I lit the same cigarette. I told you. I talk a lot. Fine. So that's what I meant when I told Marshall. I was like, I had to release him in love. Meaning, I love you so much. And now I understand that I do have to let you go. Not because you're telling me, but because I understand now. I can because I understand it before. And I have hard feelings about this. It doesn't feel bad. Where I felt bad, I didn't want to let you go. I had so much more I wanted from you. I wanted to understand. I wanted to, and that's not what I wanted. In the sense of I got that closure. I got that understanding. But not from him. From me. From being brave. Putting myself in a position, you know what I mean? That I said I wouldn't do it. I'll never talk to him again. I'm never going to talk to you again. And I said it for months. I was like, I was all around him. They kept taking me all around him, my job, everything, and I wouldn't face him, and I wouldn't face him. If I see you in the street, I'm going to fucking curse you out. Just being ugly, bro, because I had so much animosity to him because you couldn't be what I wanted you to be. I didn't even understand that it wasn't even you I wanted to be. I just wanted that being. And that's why I always say it doesn't have a face. It's a colorless angel that just holds me. Then you look at it and it's like I have plenty of them. You know what I mean? When I lay in bed and I roll over, I see Pac. Sometimes Kobe, DMX, Nipsey, all of them. They're right there, but it's always Pac. Good night, Pac. See you in the morning, Pac. Watch out for me, Pac. I have that. Not physically. But again, where am I going to physically fit you in my life right now? I don't have a place for you. God will create a place when it's time, but that's it. It's like I wanted to put you in a place and there's no place for you. And you don't even fit in that box, which means I wanted to cage you. If you really think about it. I wanted to make you my dream come true. In the essence, I was just sure I was your dream come true, but what about my dreams? Funny, right? Not really. But, that's it. You just kind of sit back and look at yourself and where your life, and I do a lot of that. Because it's just me. What were you doing? What were you thinking? How did we get here? So, the point of this is, it may not make sense. And that's the priesthood. I told that to Marshall. I was like, Marshall, there was no way, dude. That was the very beginning. Look at how far I've come. I wasn't going to explore magic or any of that. I wouldn't have became a priestess with a husband. It was, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have became this if I was married and had children. If any of this was, it was just measures. It was just, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just all makes sense. You make it make sense when you're ready for it. Oh, the only thing that doesn't make sense is Royce. That's what I told him too. I was like, I gotta take on Royce now. I don't know. Another twin flame. I'm here to heal you, bro. We're gonna work through this. And I look at you, and I see something wrong with me. As far as his comment, no, I don't agree with that. That's in my community page. He shared some shit that says being married and staying with your partner increases your wealth by 16%. Getting divorced decreases your wealth 7%. Decide wisely or some shit like that. I'm like, what does any of this have to do with love? Why is there a percentage on our marriage? It triggered me. And that's it. It's like, only if this is profitable. Only if this makes sense. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I told him. I was like, your fucking post doesn't make sense. Your wife is a handicapped partner that doesn't have a job. So you can't be gaining 16% with this person if this person plus your 3 are taking out of the pot. This is 50 cent. Trying to make $1 out of 50 cent. No, this doesn't make sense. And really, it's just him triggered. I was like, you're trying to justify your fucking marriage. You're trying to make reasoning, make logistics about your marriage. It logistically doesn't make sense. If you're in a relationship for fucking finances, that doesn't make sense. You're going to take a loss if you break up with this person, and it's not finances. You're going to lose a lot more than that. But if you know anything about, your own personal gain and, our Trump, we can start over. Give it to them. You're so scared of losing your 77, or scared of losing my fucking soul and wasting my life with someone that doesn't make me happy. A account that will not to the next world. When I leave, then a handicapped person that didn't make me happy is going to be real happy with my money. Idiot. Idiot. That's it too. Going back to him, I mean, I stand on what I say, but it doesn't matter what I say. How do you feel about it? You want to fucking justify your non-feeling relationships? Then go right ahead. And that's it. You know, he won't leave he is a good man, and he will stand by and take care of this woman and these children because that's what he contracted to do. Congratulations. I'm out of here. And that's it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And that's what he said. His happiness doesn't matter. Royce's happiness does not fucking matter. Logic's happiness does not matter. Fucking Nate, NF, his happiness does not fucking matter. Russ, his happiness does not fucking matter. He has a contract to take care of people. And it doesn't matter if he's happy or not. His job is to take care of these fucking people. All of them. All of you. It doesn't matter if you're happy, as long as they're happy. Correct? Correct? As long as your kids are happy and as long as your children are happy, you don't exist. You're a waste of a life force. You're a waste of a life force if all you did is to come here and take care of fucking people that don't take care of you. That's it. You're not a priest either. You're not doing it. You're doing it just to say you're a man. Just to say you have some power. Just to say, you know what I mean? Just to save face is what it is. Because Lord forbid that you stood up and said, I left this family. Right? Because then you'd be no better than your fathers. And that's what you're really afraid of. That's what you're really afraid of, is being your fucking parents. So you say in these loveless, and you are, because you're in a loveless connection. Just to save face. Just to say that you're in a relationship. Just to say you're a father. Just to say you're a husband. Just to say you're somebody's boyfriend. And to my women that are listening, how many of you are in a terrible relationship with a man just so you can have a man? You'd rather have him than nobody. You are nobody with him. And somebody worthwhile isn't going to find you when you're running around with nobodies. And that's it. Oh, they're married. I'm out. You have no chance. You gave up all your chances when you decided to give up on your stay with this person that doesn't make you happy. You don't have to be in a relationship with a woman and your children for you to be a good father. That's not what makes a good father. You don't have to buy them everything that they fucking want to be a good fucking father. A good father spends time with his children. You don't have to live in the same house to spend time with your children. In the essence, if this woman can't raise your children without you, then you have a very handicapped fucking partner. And once you're gone, she's going to have to find another man to fucking play that role, because she doesn't have any masculinity within her. Codependent. And that's why I was like, oh God, I don't want to be married. I don't want to be married. I don't have sex. I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want to. Bitch, you're going to get married? Like, what a cesspool. What a cesspool. Sorry, Royce. You're not going to convince me. You guys can't convince me that these women are showing you love and your life is full of light and happiness. You will not make me believe your own lies. You lie to that bitch. You lie to the internet. You lie to your children. You don't lie to God. You don't lie to the goddess who can tell that you're hurting and you need love and maybe a really good blowjob. Sorry, I had to throw that in there just because. Just because. I mean, seriously. Like, you're not going to make us believe your lies that you make yourself believe by posting it. And that was Russ last night. Incredible. Bro, the only time he has ever posted a picture of anything she's done was another fucking pan of fucking cinnamon rolls about 2 months ago. I'm just quiet. Like, you're so proud? You're proud of a woman that sells men's clothes? Are you proud of her music career? Are you proud of... You're so proud. No. That's it. You're trying to build them up to make yourself look better. You know what I mean? Royce, go ahead. Post pictures of your wife. Let's see how much they love your wife. Tell her how beautiful she is. You know what I mean? Fucking NF wouldn't be caught dead in one of the pictures with fucking Bridget. He can't that shit. Can't stand it. Wouldn't even be caught dead in it. Don't fucking show my picture with yours. In the sense of I don't want to be fucking seen on your fucking page. You're not using my fucking image to make your page better. You know what I mean? Going back to it, you guys are fucking dumb. And, okay, whatever. Why are you like this? Because you're scared. You have no confidence. You have no belief. You think you're old. You have nothing to offer. Nobody will love you. Everybody will look at you bad because, you know, what the fuck? Look at Nick Cannon. Dude's got like, look at fucking Lil Wayne. He's got like 9. What the fuck? Pussy ass niggas. In the sense of you're going to stay with a bunk ass bitch because you're too scared to fucking go and, you know what I mean, build yourself up for a better bitch. You're wonder what we call you bitch. And that's where I'm at. It's like, yeah, I'd rather be, you know, alone than in a fucking contracted, you know, failing marriage. And it's a failure because there's no success. You're not going to, Royce and his wife are not going to get any better. There's not going to be any more love, no more passion, no more growth, nothing. She's holding him down. They're holding each other down. That's it. NF's music's not going to get any better because he don't feel any better about his life. Russ, oh God, shall we really point that out? Like, you guys won't be any better because you don't want any better. You're content with dying. But don't sell us your nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. I do not want to end up like you. And that goes back to Marshall. I do not want to end up like you. My kids I'm not going to be 50 with fucking grandkids and never had a fucking husband. And no, I'm not going to end up like you. Meaning, it could be the end for you if you don't try. And that's it. I said that. Ew. I said yesterday to a girl, it's like, Eminem is my fucking, you know what I mean? My fucking statue of don't be that guy. Only love once? No. I'll keep working at this, just not today. I'm kind of done with working at it. But in a sense of, there's no more work to be done. I've learned how to love. Thanks, Lil Wayne. How to have compassion, how to have understanding, how to hold my shit together when triggered. How to be able to work through this and understand that your words are just a reflection of your feelings and it has nothing really to do with me, that I said some shit. You know, I've learned a lot of this shit where I don't, there's more practice is what they're saying. It's like, now it's time to put it to practice. Oh God. It was all in theory until it becomes real, and now we have to put it to practice. And that's where it is. It's like, you know, practice. Practice makes perfect. Are we going to have a perfect relationship? No. We're going to perfect it by practicing and not giving up. But in the sense of, you guys, you're not striving for anything. Royce, you're going to have more kids? You're going to start a business with her? What is she doing? Oh God, I just saw Logic and his wife's baby. How are you going to make her a fashionist? Or what the fuck are y'all doing, dude? For real. I'm going to build you up. Into what? What are you building a bitch for? This is what she is. You were fine with it. You put a ring on it. You were like, I'm going to marry you just the way you are and you'll be good enough for me. There you go. It's good enough. That's it. You can't make them any better. Why? Because there's no progression, bro. You've spent how many years of them just sitting there watching you? They have no education. They have no experience. They have no wisdom. They haven't done anything to be anything. Truthfully. Hey, what's meant for you is going to find you, and I'll find you, and you can't do shit about it. So get ready for it. Later, haters.